Hi everyone, it's Gail, and it's Scrappy Saturday. We're going to work with scrapbook paper scraps today, but I have a few shares for you first. So let's say hi and hugs. Hi and hugs to Gina, Patty, Beverly, and Lori. Thank you so much for watching and for your kind comments. Okay, I have some fun little shares. Let's do this one first. This is from Taryn. Taryn just sent a lovely little thank you card. It's a fun little folio. Is that what you would, or, fun little thing here. And it's got tags here. So who knows, we might end up making one of those. But she just thanked me for my videos. That was so sweet of her. I really appreciate it, Taryn. Thank you so much. She has a neat quote in here. Keeping a journal implies hope. That was by Erica Jong. Isn't that cool? So anyway, that was a fun surprise. Thank you again, Taryn. That was just so sweet. Okay, so we've got that, and then we've got, let me set her over there so it can go in my correspondence journal. Let's save that for last. And then next, I found a fun digital I thought I'd share with you guys. It's from Fifi's Digital Designs. This one's called Spring Birds 2. I was just kind of looking for something that would go with all the bird ephemera I have, and I just thought this one would be great. And it's got a Paris theme, and I think I have a Paris cover that will work for this. So I thought that was a plus too. So yeah, I just printed it front and back. Got all the ephemera fussy cut yesterday. Yeah, it's super pretty. So I don't know if I'll use all of those pages in the journal or if I'll split it into two, because I like to have a variety besides the digitals too. So that's probably what I'll do. But anyway, I thought it was super pretty, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Fifi's Digital Design. She doesn't know I'm sharing with her, so if you order from her, tell her where you heard about her. That's always kind of nice. Alrighty. Juanette Design on Etsy. She has the green Tim Holtz palette. So I wanted to get these shown to you. I want to take them to my retreat. I'm planning to make a bunch of covers. I have so many plans for my retreat that I'm not going to get them all done. I can tell you that. So fern leaves and bingo and stamps and a map. And, this is the collage one. I always like to check those out. See if we can open it up a little bit. The collage one. So pretty. Yeah, I'm excited to play with making covers. Okay, so there's that one. Then there's this little floral one. Nice one for the inside of a journal cover, I do think. Tickets. ABCDs. This is another one that would be nice for the inside. Isn't that pretty? Grungy. This one too. Oh, look at this. Hang on. Where are they? Let me see. Oh, right here. Remember these papers of mine? Can't remember the shop where I got those now. Got them years ago, but those would be kind of fun with that, wouldn't they? Okay. So, Juanette's Design. So, I will link the Etsy shops below too. Okay. That is that. Now, on to our project. So, I have my regular scrapbook paper scraps. I have Tim Holtz here. I have my plain ones. And I have the branding strips and little strips. So I think we have enough to play with here. I kind of like to try to make Taryn's little fun thing that she made. Let's see if we can recreate this. I like what she did on the front. Like this is probably kind of a scrapbook paper. And so she collaged on it. That's really cute. And then, so I think that's probably a 12-inch paper. What do I have that's about that width? That's a little small. Oh, what about this one? That's just about right. Let's do it. Let's do it. See, Taryn, you've inspired us too. So we're gonna fold that. That's about 5 1/4 up, and then so let's just make life easy and do it on the scoreboard, huh? So 5 1/4. And then flip that up. Okay, that's more. That's more than one piece. Must be. I'm not quite sure how she did it, but I'm going to do this. And then we'll just do a little score there so it can just flip over. Okay, going to be different than hers. So we've determined, but that's okay. That's okay. She definitely inspired me to give this a try, so that's super fun. Okay, and then let's see. I don't have anything out at all. Glue. Let's see. Yep, just getting started for today, but I'm so excited because I have a day where I can just be in my craft room and film, so that's a good thing. I'm just going to go along here before I glue it. Okay, and then we will go right down here. Go right down here. Have ourselves a little pocket. Okay. So, I need to distress because that's just how I am. I did get a complaint about the time that I take distressing. So, if you don't like to see me distress, just fast forward. Usually I'm chatting while I'm doing it, but if you don't mind missing all the profound things I have to say, then go ahead and fast forward. Oh, you know, part of it is I want you guys to see what it looks like, you know, when it's done, sort of a thing, you know. Let's see, she put a whale tail on hers. So, do we want a whale tail? I don't think I have any Stamperia whale tails. Let me grab my whale tail. Where are you, buddy? Oh, not in that one. There it is. I've got three of those. Do you remember at the swimming pool when we were kids? That'd be a good one. Yeah. The what would you call them? Wire baskets that you would put your clothes in while you went swimming. And they had numbers on them so you could remember what the number was of the one that you grabbed, and then you'd know where to find your clothes. So yeah, I have 3 of those that I found at an antique shop, and that's what I store my punches in because they're tough, you know, they're wire. So yeah, and then the ones I use all the time are up there, the circle punches and some corner punches. But then I have all sorts of other ones down there. Someday we might have to just have ourselves a little punch day. Oh, we might do another punch today. I had a thought. Okay. You know, it's just kind of as you go, you get these little moments of inspiration. Okay, there is that. So we could put that on a page like that. We could either glue here, here, and here and have a tuck here, or you could have a tuck at the top, either one. And it's just a little fun piece, I think. I'm gonna just give that it kind of wants to flap, doesn't it? Now she had this around because her flap was longer, but I have a shorter flap. So I think, gosh, I hate to cover up that prettiness though. But let's see. I love these little medallion punches for this sort of thing. They are great. So this is a Tim Holtz 3D punch, and it's called Medallion. That's too much. How about this little guy? See, and we could just tuck that in there. And this is kind of grungy. I like that. Okie dokie. Gonna spend the whole video on one piece. No, not really. Okay, so now I'm just gonna give this a little, just on the edge here, and then over. Well, it's not particularly centered, but it's close. It's close. I think it will do. Yes. Oh, that's very fun. Okay. There's a Terran inspired. Did I say Twyla? I don't know. Anyway, this is from Terran. Oh. So there we go. That was fun. Let's see if we can, what else we can do. There's a fun little medallion that fell out while I was messing around. Okay, so what I was thinking is I have, let's see, 2, 3, make that 3. We have 3 punches there that would be fun, and then this one, 2. So the giant punches, you know, that take up all the room. So these 3 are tag punches. This is like a banner punch type of punch. So I'm just thinking those might be fun to play with some of these scraps. I didn't plan that, but you know, when the inspiration strikes, I think you should go for it. So like this, what's left here, we could kind of, oh, it goes that way. Okay. It's not big enough, but this one is. Ooh, it's an Alice one. Okay, I see how it goes. So it's upside down to kind of see what you're doing, but I think I can make it work. Yeah, that's fun. That leaves us with a teeny weeny little bit here. I have a different spot for teeny weeny scraps. I was thinking as I got these out, I thought, oh, I might have to do that one day, do some teeny weenies. Now what else I have that could go with that? Ooh, what about this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch one side. Then I'm going to punch the other side. Oh, except that will punch there, won't it? That's okay. We can figure it out. Ugh. Can I do this? I don't know. Get it in there and just punch. I don't want the whole thing punched. I just want that side punched. Okay. That's, well, maybe I am going to get it. I keep thinking maybe not, but there we go. Maybe the easier way to do that would have been just to take this and just cut, you know, using that as a marker. I think I want, then we could go something like that. I think I like this side better. It won't be just Alice then. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay. Well, I had not planned to make one of these, but like I say, it's just kind of listening to your scraps and seeing what they want to be, and then going with inspiration, like, oh, I have those punches. Maybe that would work. So my son and family were here for an early Easter. We had so much fun. We did a Easter egg hunt in my craft room again for my granddaughter Marin. Yeah, we've kind of taken to doing it in the craft room because it's quite the challenge in the craft room, you know. There's a lot of visuals, let's just say. And so anyway, she did good. She found them all. And her last egg was a little poem, and she had to find kind of her big present. I think I'll go like that. And so I won't tell you what it is because next weekend Katie's coming, and her mom and dad, and she has kind of the same big present, except the same but different, you know. Okay, so what I'm thinking I'd like on that is maybe one of, from Barb Journal Treasures, one of her flowers. Oh, there's a good one, I think. Well, I like this one because it has green on it. Yeah, let's just put one of those there. And then that's super neutral and can go kind of on any sort of naturey sort of journal, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna maybe put the writing right side up for a change. Usually don't worry about that. But then that will go on a page like that and be an uptuck for like a journal card or something. Okay. Piece number 2 done. What else? We'll decide what we're doing next, and then I'll finish my Easter story. Let's see. I was thinking I'd like to do some of those tags. What do we have here? Oh, that's a dictionary page with a sticker on it. That needs to go with that. What's this down here? Those are kind of small, but I think they'll work. How about we'll do this one? This punch doesn't have a brand. I'm pretty sure I got it at Hobby Lobby though. So this is going to make a 1.5 inch tag. So there's the top, and then you can just cut it off wherever you want to. This one is a little more. It's not at the 1.5 inches, and it's not at the 2 inches. So I just kind of try and center it as much as possible. Okay, and I'm going to cut that one right there. And then we'll just make this one too. Oh, straight is good. Okay, there's that one. And let's see, this one I think right about here. Make a few more. And then I'll show you the other one too. Trying not to chop the butterflies too much. I'm just going to do the other end, and then I'll kind of cut it somewhat in half. Okay, so just like that, we have 6 tags of that sort. Okay, I'm going to put that down there. Then I won't bore you with the distressing. I can do that later, but we have 6 tags there. Now let's see. This one, if I take the branding strip off, I think it'll be a good tag size. Okay. Brown on the other side, so that's kind of good. So this one's a bit different. Let's see, this ends up being not quite 2.5. It's maybe like 2 1/4 or something. And it's got kind of the rounded top. So I think I'm going to cut right here. And then we'll do another one. And I think right here. And a short one. But I guess the main thing is we're using up some scraps. Okay, so we got 3 of those. Okay, so those 3, those are going to be fun little tags. Okay, and then let's see, we're done with the banner one. Let's see, how about this one? This is a We Are Memory Keepers tag punch. Those other two don't have a indicator of their brand or anything. So on this punch, it's nice to have kind of a pretty backside, if you will. We could do this one, and 2 inches is as far as it goes. So I'm going to cut this at, not precisely, but kind of at about 4 inches. And this one we'll kind of just cut in half-ish. Oh, I should have cut it the long ways. Oh, well, we can do that to 2 inches. More scraps for the for the small scrap bag. Okay, so then this one, you go, their 2 inches isn't the same as my 2 inches. I can tell you that. Yeah, that's not going to go in. I did that right, didn't I? No, I didn't. I don't know what I did. Goodness, Gail. Really, thank you for putting up with me. I am kind of a hot mess today. That's too bad because I'm going to film 3 videos. Could get real ugly. Oh, man. Okay. Now it should work. So we put it in, give it a punch, and then I'll show you what we do. So for these ones, they fold over, and then you've kind of got both designs. Yeah. So, and you can fold this under like that too. That'll, either way, if you want to, you can just put your loop through there, but I think they're meant to fold like that. Okay. Now these, I feel like they need a little corner chomp here. Just a little too. And then go all the way down. So it's not such a sharp edge. So anyway, those are some kind of cute little tags too. Okay. So my veering off to the punch, we've done that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Gosh, lots of strips like that. That could be a tag too. That would be a cute one with that one. Let's see. And it's just 2 inches. Look how cute that is with the little gingham. Okay, I think I would cut that right about here. Give it a little snip there. That's a cute one. I like it. I'm just going to do a different punch on that one because it's a little small to fold. So we'll just make a regular tag out of that one. Okay. Oh, I could do the bottoms, huh? Okay. What else do we have? Just looking through to see. Got a lot of Stamperia. I don't know. I must have done something where I needed to cut them all off there. Let's do, I'm going to do it with this. Oh, that's very plain though. Let's do it with this one. Let's make a skinnier one of our Terran pieces. And I'm not going to go up so high this time. I'm just going to go not at 4 because then it'll be even. Maybe I'll go 4 3/4. And then go up and then give this a little bit of space, about 1/8 of an inch. Ooh, that's cute too. That's actually a fine size for those. So whilst we're doing this, I'll chat about our weekend. So yeah, I'm doing laundry today because they usually my laundry day is Sunday, but they were here still. So Sunday morning we went out to breakfast to this restaurant here in Helena. It's called the Hardware Cafe. Best breakfast. I'm not kidding. Best breakfast in the world. The place actually got designated as one of the top 10 restaurants in Montana, which is amazing. But it was so full. Like we probably had to wait like a half an hour or something, which was fine. I mean, we just chatted and whatever, and as we were waiting, people just kept coming and kept coming. It was so fun though, because while we were waiting, I saw through the door and I'm like, I recognize him. So it was Monsignor Kevin. He's been important in our lives. He baptized my daughter Joni and Mary, I think, and then Amy and Mary. Was it Amy? Maybe. I mean, Amy and Joni, my two older daughters, they were both married by him, I believe. I'll have to ask Amy. I know Joni was. And he gave my mom her last rites. That's kind of a fun story. My mom was at the end of her life, you know, they knew she was not gonna make it very long. Her kidneys were shutting down and whatnot. Anyway, I was in the waiting room and I was calling my kids and, you know, and everything. And what is that one? When I looked up, there was, at that time, Father Kevin. He's Monsignor now. But there he was, and he said, what are you doing here, Gail? And I said, well, my mom is at the end. And he said, well, I have another visit to make, but then would you like me to come and give her the last rites? And I said, yes, please. And honestly, it was like God sent him at that very moment. But yeah, he and the other priests that were at the church where we went when the kids were little, they used to come over for meals, and they used to, after Joni was baptized, they came over for the little party and everything. He called my daughter Joni, when she was a baby, she had hair that just went everywhere. She had a lot of hair for a newborn, and he called her Fuzzy. So when I went up to him and kind of just tapped him on the shoulder because he was with other people, and just to say hello, and he goes, "Where's Fuzzy?" Fuzzy's in Denver. But my son, and he got to meet my son and my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter, so that was fun. Okay, there's another fun one of those. So I really like it in a skinnier size too. So, but then like we could put that in there if we wanted to, whatever. So that is good. Yeah, so it was a really fun morning, and just great to see him. Let's see. I'm just digging through the pile here, you guys. I don't know what else we've got. This is, shoot, it's a little bit torn there. I think I'll cut that off. And then what if we just made like because you could write on that side. Let's make it just a double journal card out of that. It's 6, that's handy. So we'll just score it at 3. Turn it over. I meant to grab all my kits for my retreat so that if we decorated something, I'd have those to do, but I forgot to grab it. I mean, it's not that far away. I could probably go get it, but I'm not going to. We're going to just play. Let's see here. Check the time a little bit. Okay, this definitely needs the inking. I promise I won't say anything profound if you want to fast forward. Oh. So we've got to check with our daughter today. I think she's coming to get Alfie. Oh, we've got a little tear still right there. That's okay. We'll put some old tape on it. That's what we'll do. Okay, so on the inside, I like to do the crease. I just think it gives it a little extra something when you open it. I'll show you in a second here. But yeah, I think she's coming to get Alfie tomorrow, but I'm not sure. But then I know we get him again pretty soon here. It's just club volleyball season. So see how that kind of just gives that a little something extra. Okay, I think I might go this way and have this be the front. There's no direction on the pattern. Let's see here. I wonder if my goofy scissors will cut that. I just want it to be not even. So that worked. Okay. Well, that fixes that. And then what would we like on it? I'm feeling bird. I'm going to do a bird journal one of these days, so might as well get the birdies out. Where are you? See what we have. There's the woad one. The woad one was wiped out. Oh, there are cardinals in that kit, but I don't think I want him. I want I don't know what I want. I might have to put a little something behind it. Here's a bigger guy. Oh, isn't he great? Yeah, he'll be great. We'll do him. Sounds like my laundry is done. Ready to be switched. After this video, it will wait. Okay, how about some book page? Something to break it up a little bit. What do I have in here? Anything that's just begging to go on this? Ooh, how about this one? This is out of an old parts book. Yeah, maybe grab this one. Okay. And we'll see what we can do here. I slept so good last night. I was so happy too because I wanted to do 3 videos today, and that takes a little energy, and if I hadn't slept well, that wouldn't have been good. Okay, I'm just going to put that there. Go ahead and just use the glue stick. That's a little quicker. That there. I feel like I want something across the bottom there. I have a... Yeah, I like that. I think I'll just tear that along here. The other half can be used for something else. Let's see. I'm going to put the birdie on there and see where it is. I kind of want that. Right about there. Okay. And then birdie. Okay, little double journal card. Always need things to go in pockets, so that's awesome. I was wondering if I had any. I have that and that. Ooh, that's a fun one. This one would be good. This is what I'm looking for, I think. Maybe do something with those in a minute. How wide is this? 6 inches about. I'm going to cut this at 3 inches. And I'm going to make 2 tags out of this. And we're just going to fold it in half. Fold this one in half. And these, I will forever call her Melinda tags because she's the one I saw do these. And then we'll just And she has passed, so bless her heart. She's remembered by me anyway. I'm sure she's remembered by many. But let's then just cut these the same. And I will do one of these distressed and leave the other one. And again, on the inside, I'm going to distress the crease. And I'll do here too. You could almost write on this back part. I don't know. It might not be. Okay, but then I'm going to do the crease. So we had a wonderful time with my son and my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter. And then, and of course, Prince came too. So Alfie was happy to see Prince. And then next weekend, let's see, when does this air? Saturday. So Easter, which I believe that's tomorrow in my filming. I don't know. In my filming world, it's hard to keep the real world and the filming world straight sometimes. But anyway, my daughter and her husband and Katie are coming. I'm just going to put this one in the kind of done pile. It needs to be decorated. It might go in my to-do box, but let's decorate this one. Bet we'd have a pretty flower to go on that. Should we pull out this new one that I've got all fussy cut? There it is, right there. I need to get that. Okay. What color would we like? And is there one that's tall enough? This one's pretty. Oh, look at that. Let's use that. So those flowers are out of this book. Collage Soup, Flower Power, Emily Stone. Honestly, I feel like that's all that needs. That's what I'm going to put right there. I don't want to put any book page behind or anything because it would mess up the pattern there. So we'll just flower this up and call it a done tag. And what's great is it's just, you know, kind of go with any sort of floral or botanical journal. There we go. I think I'm going to put a whale tail on this. I don't want to use the same paper. What else do we have here that... new? Just kind of looking in my... Maybe that wouldn't be too bad. Where's the whale tail? It's on the floor where you put it, Gail. Okay, I'm going to allow myself to throw that away. So, you want your whale tail so then you want your whale tail to go all the way down like that so that the tag can still open up. If you put it like that, I don't know, maybe it binds a bit or something. So we'll do it the way I know it works. Yeah, so I'm busy washing bedding today too. Although I think my daughter, they may be just coming for Easter Sunday. I think they may just be there for the day and have dinner and head home. But it'll be fun. Sunday dinner like we used to have when Amy and Chad were dating. Okay, there's that one. Very simple, but fun. Okie dokie. Now what? Let's see what, better check the time. We're doing good. So I came across this one, and I guess we could just make that into a journal card. Let's put some coffee dyed paper on the back. I have a strip that'll work. Let's see if this one will. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to grab my ruler and give that a rip. Helps if you put the tearing side where you want to tear. Okay. I think I'm going to do art glitter glue just so it doesn't curl too much. I'm going to have to fill up my glue again. It's getting low. I always fill it up before a retreat, but it's a while before my retreat happens, so, and I'll fill it again then. Okay, so I think I want to round the corners, maybe just a 1/4 inch, since this is pretty small. 1/4 inch, yes, perfect. And then it doesn't get into the coffee dyed paper either, so that's good. Okay. And I don't feel like I'm real enamored with the what's on it, so I think we can, could maybe, oh, wonder if I have one of these from Sweet Pea Curiosities that would fit on there. I think there's some smaller ones in here. Oh my gosh, that one's cute. Too big though. See about these little pumpkin doodles. Oh, there's some fairies. I'm doing a fairy journal. I can keep that out. Maybe we'll make something for that specifically. I don't know. I think these are all too big. Yep, too big. Okay, well, I do have these little ones from Sweet Pea Curiosity. Nope, I'm not loving them. I think I'll do a flower or something. Let's see. Maybe we'll see what flower we have in this book. This one is Marimie's Small Art. Those are the bigger ones. These are the smaller ones. I don't know if I have any little ones left. I do. How cute is that? We're going with that. Okay. So let's get that on there. I think we'll start a new glue page here. Gosh, it's just morning and my stomach's growling already. Guess I'm ready for lunch. I have leftovers from that wonderful restaurant, so that's probably what my tummy's thinking. Okay, and then I think I might put a word across there, maybe like a, oh, nope, not that. I have, where's my Timmy ones? Oh, there they are. They were buried under his paper dolls. It's a little too long, but I like it. You can never have too much happy. Be in love with your life. Let's do that one. Wonder if there's, would the black be kind of fun? How about embrace beautiful chaos? I'm just going to put that across there. I'm going to put more glue on it. I don't necessarily trust the glue sometimes. Yeah, just a little journal card. Cool. Okay, so now I want to see if there's something that I can use with this this fairy print, because I do know I'm doing one of those. Okay, let's see. What do we got? This would make a good journal card or something. Ooh, yes. Okay, I am going to make this a double journal card, but the other way. I think I'll cut it right about there. Now, if I can keep my eyeball on that mark, that would be good. Okay, got it. And this side is all plain on the inside, so that's awesome. Okay, and then just give this a little, how tall are you? 10.5, 5 1/4-ish. Ooh. There we go. Okay. And we'll put them on the upside down butterflies, and then these are right side up. Okay. And does this seem distressing? You can see it a little bit, not too much. It's just getting that white edge off, really. At the inside, we'll do the crease. See, and it's got that pretty, might have to put some tape on that. I got a little too forceful with my score there. I really do feel like distressing the edge just finishes it off in a good way. I don't know. Be interesting to know how many of you are inkers and how many aren't. So if you feel like putting it in the comments, please do. I'm going to put a little piece of tape on that. Don't know if I want it super noticeable, but let's just do that just to make sure she's going to be staying together here. You can see it a little bit. Now it wants to flap open because I did that. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to put those little darlings right there. and we'll have a little journal card for the fairy journal. I actually have 2 of them going on, so the more we can make, the better. I did order a fairy, one of the books from Amazon. I did order it. I hope it comes before my retreat. Okay, so there's that. How we doing? Doing pretty. Oh, we're kind of out of time. That's where we're at. I was thinking it was a different time. Okay, well, let's see what we did, shall we? Just did this little journal card. Boomity boom. We did this little journal card. Put some writing space on the back. Did 2 Melinda tags. This one, and then this one will go in the to-do box. We did this double journal card for a bird journal in the future. We did this cute little pocket. And we did a bunch of tags. We did this style. We did some of this little tuck style. And we did some just regular old tags. But we used our punches, and that was good because it's been a while since I've used mine. We did a banner, and we did the other pocket inspired by Taryn. So thanks everybody so much for watching. I hope you have a grateful day. Be kind always, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.